And hello, Rambler Nation, to another night of JV football. I am here. I am Cade Weaver, and I am announcing the game by myself once again. It is. We are playing Hudsonville down here, and they will be starting off with number 30. Kickoff return by number 1, Benjamin Thompson, makes it up to the 42-yard line for McBain. McBain offense starting out here in the first quarter. Let's see what we can do here as we come out of the huddle. There appears to be twins on the left side. And is a handoff. Running on the outside. Making it past the 40-yard line. Gets caught up at the 30-yard line by number 44, Brylan Bosma. Takes down number 4, Trenton Brunick for the McBain Ramblers. McBain Ramblers with the first down, starting off their first drive here and first play, making a huge run play, bringing them all the way from the 42-yard line all the way to Hudsonville's territory. McBain Ramblers step up to the ball with twins on the right side, and that is number 34, Joshua Rodenbaugh. They take the snap, drop back pass. The pass is incomplete. Thomas Maloney looking for Joshua Rodenbaugh there, but unfortunately the pass did fall incomplete, leaving it 2nd and 10 for the Ramblers. Number 7, Thomas Maloney, comes back out to his McBain offense there with the recent plays given by Jeremy Rodenbaugh. Twins on the right side. Drop. It's a run play off to the left side. It appears Trenton Brunick ran into a Trenton Brunick runs into a group of Crusaders, which unfortunately doesn't get him a lot of yards on the play, but does bring him 3rd and 9 for the Ramblers. It'll be twins on the right side for the Ramblers. There's a fumble on the play, as there was confusion in the backfield. Thomas Maloney looking to hand it off. Unfortunately, hits the side of a Rambler, and the ball falls to a fumble and gets recovered by the Crusaders. What appeared to be a very good drive for the Ramblers starting off, quickly turns around into a fumble, leaving the Crusaders now take over the ball in the first quarter. Let's hope the McBain defense came out here to play tonight. Crusaders come out from the huddle, walking up to the ball. There's a handoff up the gut, which immediately gets swarmed by a convoy of Ramblers. Number 6, Jack Portinga, gets tackled by number 60, Grayson Guernsey, on the tackle, leading that convoy of Ramblers. Grayson Guernsey on the JV defense here for McBain is a special tight end, defensive end. I apologize. He brings a lot to the Ramblers' table. And there appears to be a flag on the play. False start on the Crusaders. So that'll take the Crusaders back 5 yards. Now making it 2nd and 13 for the Crusaders. Ramblers so far doing a good job of stopping them from getting any yards. Another handoff right up to the gut. Gets a good run on it, but eventually gets brought down by number 44, Max Ealing. And number 20, Skylar Franklin, there to assist him. It will now be 3rd and 5 for the Crusaders. Appears to be a handoff going to the outside. Gets slowed down by number 2. Number 2, Lakai Campbell. And then gets... And number 4, Trenton Brunick there to assist Lakai after Lakai appeared to slow him down. Trenton in coming like a heat-seeking missile. Unfortunately did not get the full tackle, but did give Lakai some time to recover and make the tackle. It is now 4th and 5 for the Crusaders. That appears to be a fake, and eventually gets wrapped up on... With the short pass attempt, goes to number 29, Tyler Seenstra, but unfortunately did not make it across for a first down, which gives the Rambler offense here another chance on making it for the first 6 points of the game. Appears to be singles on each side. Motion. Handoff, number 44. Runs on the outside. Eventually gets taken down. Number 44. Max Ealing on the carry. Gaining 5 yards for the Ramblers. Makes it 2nd and 4. Max Ealing is... Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Here at the Rambler Review, we are seeming to have some internet trouble. Thomas Maloney. Pass attempt to Skylar Franklin, number 20. Falls incomplete. Thomas looking for Skylar. Running on the 35-yard line. But unfortunately, the pass falls incomplete. We will have Twins on the right side. It is a handoff right up the middle to Trenton Brunick, number 4, who appears to make it for a first down. Trenton Brunick, a very strong running back for this JV offense, punching it right up the gut there to bring it up to a first down for the McBain Ramblers, who appear to keep getting closer and closer to their goal of the first 6 points of the game. Ramblers come out of their huddle. Appears to be trips on the right side. Thomas Maloney rolls out to pass, looking for number 34, Joshua Rodenbaugh. But unfortunately, the pass did fall incomplete as Joshua was not close enough for the pass. Thomas Maloney heading back out to the McBain huddle. Ramblers now walk up to the ball. Appears to be singles on both sides. It's a handoff going to the outside for Max Ealing. Max Ealing running. Fantastic run by Max Ealing going to the outside, dodging some defenders, and bringing it right up. Max Ealing making it up for the Ramblers by giving them another 1st and 10 for the Ramblers. Max Heelan can be very dangerous once he's got enough room to run. As much like other McBain running backs, his speed automatically just increases. And there appears to be a fumble. A second fumble by the Ramblers. Looked like a little bit of miscommunication there in the backfield. Unfortunately, leads to another fumble. Crusaders come up with the fumble, leaving them 1st and 10 now. So far in the first quarter here, the McBain Ramblers defense has stopped them. But let's see if we can do it again here. Crusaders huddling. As there appears to be a group of Crusaders and a convoy of Ramblers. Looking like the ball didn't go nowhere. Bringing it back for 2nd down for the Crusaders. 2nd and 10. As they try and run it up the gut again. Number 35, Kendon Meyering was there. Brings him down. Leaving it 3rd and 9 for the Crusaders now after a short gain. McBain defense still out here proving they want the ball back for their offensive team. Looking to get a stop here. Crusaders walk up to the ball. As it looks like they're trying to get the McBain Ramblers to jump. It's a handoff to the outside. Fortunately, after dodging some Ramblers getting to the right of them, brings it right back to the middle. Huddinga on the run, brings it up for a 1st down for the Crusaders. Clayton Hooker there on the last play to tackle. As they run up the gut again, finally gets brought down by Joshua Rodenbaugh, but there is a flag on the field.
Long run there by Josh Bramer, flag on the play.
As Josh Bramer ran it for the Crusaders.
Looks like indication of a sideline warning.
And there appears to be a sideline warning.
Pick up the ball again, 1st and 10 for their own 48.
Now it will be 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. As they hand it off again, going to the outside. Gets brought down by number 33, Landon Kurt. As the Crusaders get 7 yards on the play.
Looks like Brennick again on the tackle. Call it 6, 2nd and 4.
It will now be 2nd and 4 as the Crusaders run it up the middle again. Finally brought down by number 60, Grayson Guernsey. Unfortunately, the Crusaders make it all just close to the 30-yard line. They are coming up knocking on the McBain's territory here. Now Crusaders looking for the 1st touchdown of the game. Another handoff going to the outside, but is quickly stopped by a convoy of Ramblers, including number 51, Mark Zeiderveen, and number 33, Landon Kurt. Now it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Crusaders. McBain defense looking to get their heads back in here. Another handoff to the outside gets met by the big strong man, number 60, Grayson Guernsey, who pushes some of his teammates in to make the tackle. On the tackle, number 2, Lakai Campbell, bringing the Crusader down. It'll now be 3rd and 1. As it appears to be a QB sneak up the middle. And gets past the McBain Ramblers. Getting a good gain there for the QB sneak. It'll now be 1st and 10. which brings it to the end of the first quarter here. The score is 0-0 for both teams. So far this first quarter had McBain with 2 fumbles and the Crusaders defense bringing a stop to the McBain Rambler offense. McBain defense so far, we were doing pretty good here in the first couple minutes, but a little bit lost mojo, unfortunately, giving the Crusaders some room to run it down to our home territory. And now seeming to try and get it back as defensive coordinator Coach McDaniels talking to his McBain defense over there. And here at the Rambler Review, as first quarter ended, it is snack time here, brought to you by Little Town Jerky. Their jerky is really good, and I totally recommend it. As you can find it in Uptown Reed City in downtown Falmouth. As you seem to be switching sides here, starting the second quarter. McBain Ramblers desperately trying to make sure the Crusaders do not get their touchdown here.
Start of the second quarter as Unity first and 10 at the McBain 16.
Crusaders looking. Get a jump off the Ramblers. Does not appear to work. He'll drop back for a handoff to number 30, who eventually gets brought down by number 60, Grayson Guernsey again on the tackle.
By Grayson Guernsey.
Good stop by Grayson Guernsey there, only letting the Crusaders get about 2 yards on the play. Grayson Guernsey is a very dangerous defensive end here. Once he can see the running back is taken off or quarterback, he immediately goes in for the attack. And number 6 of the Crusaders, Jack Portinga, looks to get on the outside to get some yards for the Crusaders, but only gains a couple yards on the play, making it 3rd and 6 for the Crusaders. And in the leading charge of that was Landon Kurt, bringing him down for the tackle. Crusaders come up to the ball, hands it off, going to the right side. Unfortunately for them, he has to cut inside right into number 51, Mark Zeiderveen. Followed by Diego Reyes on the tackle as well. It will now be 4th and 3 for the Crusaders as they try and drop back for the handoff. Gets rushed by some Ramblers. Passes it to number 6. For number 6, Jack Portinga on the outside, on the right, receives the pass and just walks it into the touchdown. Hudsonville seems to get the first touchdown of the game here, making it 6-0. As they appear to come out for the 2-point conversion. Will be another handoff going on the outside and runs it right into the end zone. Score will now be 8-0 after Tyler seems to be some difficulties with the mic. I apologize once again. We are now 8-0 here in the second quarter. Crusaders just scored their 2-point conversion, bringing the score 8-0, as the McBain Ramblers will come out to receive. Kicking off for the Crusaders will be number 30, 33. Creamer kicks it off. Touching the 35-yard line. Bounces up and gets caught by number 2, Lakai Campbell, as he runs to the outside, which is met by another Crusader and gets thrown around for the tackle. Now McBain will take over here. 1st and 10 at about the 30-yard line. McBain Ramblers offense watching the Crusaders offense walking in for their touchdown. I bet you're coming out pretty upset. Looking to get their 6 points on the board. They walk up to the ball with a twins on the left side. They hand it off to number 33. Landon Kurt gets wrapped up by a group of Crusaders and eventually makes it up for a 1st and 10 for the Ramblers. Ramblers set up shop at the 40-yard line now, with twins on the left side. There's going to be another handoff to Landon Kurt, who eventually gets grabbed by number 81, Austin DeJong. Who Landon, unfortunately, only got 1 yard on the play there. But now the Ramblers will have a 2nd and 9. Appears to be a trick play there for the Ramblers. Ball carrier number 44, Max Ealing, which loses a yard for the Ramblers, making it 3rd and 10. McBain Rambler defense looking to be riding the struggle bus here a little bit. Jeremy Rodenbaugh, hopefully to get his team back on track here to make up some points. And it'll be 3rd and 10 as the Ramblers approach the ball. With twins on the right side. Lakai drops back to pass. Looking for number 60, Grayson Guernsey. Unfortunately, throws an interception by Tyler Seenstra for the Crusaders. Crusaders again getting the ball back, which brings them into McBain territory as the McBain defense comes back out onto the field. Crusaders come up to the ball. QB under center. Keeps it himself and runs to the outside. And makes it in for the touchdown. Actually, he is brought back as there was a foot that got out of bounds, which brings it to the 15-yard line. Just about the 15-yard line. Number 9. Once again, the quarterback keeps it himself and runs it up the middle. It's about 5 yards on the play. He gains it to be 2nd and 5 for the Crusaders, as Landon Kurt brought him down. Under center again. Hands it off. Looking to go on the outside. Gets met by a convoy of Ramblers. And gets brought down by number 55, Kason Pollington. Great job by Kason Pollenting there to get in for the tackle. As the QB tries to keep it himself again, is met by another convoy of Ramblers.
Quarterback keeper for Nickel.
Nickel reaching for the first down.
Shy of a first down, bring up a 4th and 1.
With strong effort, however, he did not get the first down, and it is now 4th and 1 for the Crusaders. The Crusaders try and make it for the first down,
Indication is enough for a first down.
and they do.
First and goal from about the 6.5 yard
On the
line.
tackle, number 44, Max Ealing there. QB under center. Keeping himself again. Run to the outside. Fumble in the end zone. As they wrestle him down about the 5-yard line.
Indication down on the field is a fumble before the ball crossed the goal line.
Fantastic job there by the McBain Ramblers, causing a fumble there in the end zone. Desperately as a last save before the QB sneak worked again for the Crusaders. McBain Ramblers want to take over at the 5-yard line. Score is still 8-0 here in the second quarter with about 4 minutes and 18 seconds left. Singles on each side. Akai hands it off to number 32, Landon Kurt, who goes to the outside.
Landon Kirk
Who unfortunately gets brought down.
First tackler on the scene was Hudson Dirks. Gain of about 2.5. Call it 2nd and 8.
Crusaders thought they got another fumble on the play, but he was called down. It will now be 2nd and 8 for the Ramblers as Lakai comes back out to the huddle. Charlie Schoner did check in here for the McBain Ramblers on the line. Twins on the left side. It appears to be another handoff to Landon Kurt, who goes on the left side after getting wrapped up and tossed around a little bit.
33 Landon Kirk.
Makes the first down for the McBain Ramblers.
First down.
Landon Kurt making sure his legs keep moving and pumping there, making sure he didn't get wrapped up just short of the first down. With his legs just keep on pumping right there, made him get the first down. Running backs like Landon, once you can get your legs just a moving, you're able to dodge defenders, and when you get wrapped up, you can still get some yards out of it. Appears to be another trick play. Gets handed off to number 44, Max Ealing. Max Ealing looking to get a first down,
Max Ealing on the reverse.
and he does.
Knocked out of bounds by
Amazing job by Max Ealing there on the reverse play for the Ramblers, bringing him for 10-yard gain, making it a first down for McBain. McBain doing really well here after gritting their teeth a little bit as they were in the end zone, pushing all the way back up to about the 25-yard line. Handoff again to Landon Kurt. Goes up the middle. It'll now be 2nd
short
and 9.
Looked like Case and Hollington on the carry. Looks like Lucas Sharda was in on that tackle. Brings up a 2nd and 8.
There is trips here on the right side for the Ramblers. Akai looking to keep it himself. Pushes up the field for some yards.
Tough running up ahead by McBain's LeKay Campbell. Brought down just short of a
It'll now be 3rd and 1 for the Ramblers.
Third and about a yard, yard and a half.
A guy coming out there from talking with the coaches, looking to get some yards in the quarterback sneak, and does, making it 3rd and 1 for the Ramblers. McBain Ramblers offense comes up to the ball. Landon Kurt dodging defenders, going to the outside. Got some room to run. On the big run, Landon Kurt gets some massive yards for the Ramblers. Gets brought down about at the 35-yard line.
Another McBain first down.
Like I said before, like Max Ealing, Landon Kurt, once he gets to the outside, he can just take off. And he can pump those legs and move. Doesn't matter if he's getting wrapped up or he just got free will to run the field. He will pump them legs and keep going. And that's exactly what he did there. Look, I camp out. Takes it. Gets some yards on the play after a group of Crusaders runs him back a little bit. But gets the 2nd down, which makes it 2nd and 5 for the Ramblers. And there appears to be a timeout on the field with a minute left in the 2nd quarter. After the short timeout here, Ramblers come back out onto the field. Motion. Lakai dropping back to pass. Pass is complete to number 44, Max Ealing, who gets a 1st down for the Ramblers. With 47 seconds here left in the 2nd quarter, McBain Ramblers hoping to get their touchdown in before halftime. As the McBain Ramblers come up to the line, with twins on the right side. Number 33, Landon Kurt, tries to get some running room on the outside, but gets tugged around by a Crusader.
Kurt, the ball carrier. That was Benicum and Bramer on the tackle. Timeout taken by McBain.
And there appears to be another timeout taken by McBain Ramblers. And we will be back after the timeout. We are back after the timeout as the McBain Ramblers take the field. Lakai rolling out the pass. Pass is complete there at the edge of the end zone. Pass is complete to number 50. Clayton Hooker brings it right down to the edge of the goal line as the McBain Ramblers rush to the end zone to start the play. Try to run it in, Landon Kurt. And it's a touchdown for the McBain Ramblers here in the final 5 seconds of the 2nd quarter. I couldn't call that any closer myself. Make it in there for the final seconds of the quarter. The McBain Ramblers make in for their touchdown. What a wonderful comeback for the McBain Ramblers here, bringing the score to 8-6. As Jeremy Rodenbaugh sends Lakai Campbell back out, looking for the 2-point conversion to tie the game up before halftime. Let us see what our boys can do here. As there's twins on the right side now, as Lakai orders them. As Lakai tries to take it in himself and makes it in for the 2-point conversion. It is now a tie game here, folks. 8-8. McBain Ramblers 8 and the Hudsonville Crusaders at 8. This game couldn't be any closer so far for the JV players and the freshman team of the Crusaders. In the final 4 seconds, McBain will be kicking off for the Crusaders, who will be receiving. In that drive, with a great run by Landon Kurt, bringing him massive yardage, bringing him down to the end zone, and a fantastic play by Clayton Hooker, who catches Lakai Campbell's pass down to the end zone, and Landon Kurt finally makes it into the end zone himself. On that drive, Landon Kurt and Clayton Hooker and Lakai Campbell and the offensive line was a big key part in playing for that touchdown for the McBain Ramblers. Great job, guys. That was a fantastic job. Making it 8-8 now. As number 20, Skylar Franklin will be kicking off. And the kick is up. This appears to be a short kick as it rolls out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. And for the final 4 seconds of the quarter, the Crusaders come out to the field along with the McBain Ramblers defense.
Your penalty will spot the ball at the 39.
As Crusaders march up to the ball. Communication in the backfield a little bit. And there's a timeout here on the field by the Crusaders. And we will see you after this timeout. We are back here after the short timeout taken by the Crusaders. As the quarterback's under center. They appear to do another play, who is quickly broken up by number 56. With pressure, the quarterback makes the complete pass to Portinga.
Two teams are tied, Unity 8 and McBain 8.
And that is the end of the first half, as the score remains 8-8. Both teams tied here. After the first half, it seemed to be in the Ramblers' court here after the opening play, but was quickly turned around after a fumble. And the Crusaders took over from there until the Ramblers got their mojo back a little bit and came punching back for their touchdown. Now, during halftime here, it will be snack time for us at Rambler Review, chowing down on this little town jerky, and we will see you after halftime.
McBain preparing to kick off.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, after a 13-minute halftime. We are back here at the game with the McBain Ramblers and the Hudsonville Crusaders. As McBain number 7, Thomas Maloney, will be kicking off. And the kick is up. Going to the left side.
Ball knocked out of bounds on the kickoff.
As the Crusader tries to catch it, but fumbles around with it, with a Rambler to come up on the side there to knock him out of bounds. As the Crusaders will set up shop at the 23-yard line. As the McBain Ramblers defense comes up with the Crusaders quarterback under center. Goes to the outside. Who gets met by a convoy of Ramblers with the lead tackler to be number 34 Benjamin Roden, number 34 Joshua Rodenbaugh.
Close to 7.
With a gain of 7 on the play, it'll be 2nd and 3 for the Crusaders after a good run there. QB under center as he hands it off. Who gets a big break, but eventually is brought down by number 2, Lakai Camphouse. Crusaders coming out here after halftime, blowing up this drive after gain after gain. They now set up shop in McBain territory at the 47-yard line. McBain Ramblers defense getting a little anxious here to get a stop as they Crusaders hand it off on the outside. As another convoy of Ramblers stops him. Portiga gets a gain of 5, which gets brought down by lead tackler, number 33, Landon Kurt. It'll be 2nd and 5 here. Crusaders run it up the middle again as number 4, Trenton Brunick, gets the tackle along with number 60, Grayson Guernsey.
That was Bramer on the carry.
With Pramer on the carry. It will now be 3rd and 2 for the Crusaders. As a pitch, Crusaders run to the outside, but is met by number 34, Joshua Rodenbaugh. As Bramer runs it up to the side there, getting a good amount of yards for the Crusaders, who set up shop at McBain's doorstep. Crusaders a little furious after the McBain Ramblers came back in the first half. Now they want to show them whose house they came to. As they try and run on the outside, Lakai Camphouse there to meet him. With no gain on the play, Portica goes nowhere for the Crusaders. Now it is now 2nd and 10 for the Crusaders. QB under center. Keeps it himself, but is met by some Ramblers after dodging some. Kind of interesting play there a little bit. It will now be 3rd and 7 for the Crusaders as they're still on McBain's doorstep. Just a pounding on the door to get their other touchdown. QB under center. It'll be another. He drops back to pass, looking for number 81 in the end zone. And pass is complete. Austin DeYoung to catch it as Williams tossed it to him. Just seemed to float in the air right to Young there. And now Crusaders get their touchdown. telling the Ramblers on whose house they came to. It is now 14-8 as the Crusaders look for a 2-point conversion. Dropping back to pass. And gets caught by number 6, Jack Portinga. It will now be 16-8 here in the third quarter. Crusaders coming out of halftime a bit furious after the McBain Ramblers made their final touchdown there in the final seconds of the second quarter. As I imagine the coaches came out there telling his guys, hey, we're going to go back out there and show these Ramblers whose house they came to. And that's exactly what they did. And made really good gains on runs and made it down there for the touchdown, by making it 16-8. Now the Ramblers receiving team comes out onto the field looking to get that ball back and try to show, hey, we came here to visit you guys. We're going to show you what we can do. As deep in the back there, we have number 23, Jacob Hart, and number 2, Lakai Campbell to receive for McBain. And the kick is up. And it's caught by number 1. Number 1, Benjamin Thompson, with about a 5-yard gain off the kick, as the McBain Ramblers will take off at the 37-yard line. As McBain Ramblers hand it off to number 4, Trenton Brunick, runs up to the side here, looking to get some yards. Knocks a defender to the ground, but unfortunately with doing so, he holds him there as a group of Crusaders surround him, and he is called down at about the 45-yard line. It will now be second and short for the Ramblers. Along with Landon Kurt and Max Ealing, Trenton Brunick, also a fantastic running back. Once he's open to run, he can run. McBain Ramblers come up to the ball. As the guy looking for number 34, Joshua Rodenbaugh, but falls incomplete. It now brings third down and about a yard and a half for the Ramblers. It will now be twins on the right side for McBain. As Thomas Mooney hands it off to number 4, Trenton Brunick, who looking to fumble around with the ball a little bit. Gains control of it and reaches for a first down, and does after a group of Crusaders bring him down. It will now be 1st and 10 for the Ramblers at the McBain 49. McBain Ramblers still trying to put the pedal to the floor, trying to show the Crusaders that they came here to fight for this win. And now it'll be a single on the left side for the Ramblers. As is a handoff up the gut to number 44, Max Ealing, who is brought down by another group of Crusaders. Lead tackle there was number 21, Hudson Derricks, for the Crusaders. It'll now be 2nd and 6 for the Ramblers, with a single on the left side. Ramblers hand it off to Trenton Brunick, who gets some running room for a first down and more, but gets brought down
McBain run for the first down. Looked like Ealing again. Dirks and Steve Gelder on the tackle for Unity.
McBain Ramblers. Thomas Maloney hands off to number 44, Max Ealing, who gets some yards to run as the Crusader hops on his back.
First down run for about 14 yards.
Max Ealing looking for a flag, but the ref did not appear to see it, which is unfortunate, but the refs are doing a fantastic job of watching the game, so we will see on how that plays out here the rest of the game. A huge thanks to the refs out there today for calling the game for the McBain Ramblers in Hudsonville. So far calling a great game here. Thomas Maloney rolls on the outside, looks to scramble for some yardage, but gets wrapped up a little bit by a group of Crusaders. Tries Thomas Maloney with the quarterback keeper running out to the right side there, getting the Ramblers about a yard on the play. It will now be 2nd and 7 for the Ramblers. Not a yard, I apologize. 3 yards. Yard wouldn't make too much sense now, would it? As the Ramblers come out of the huddle with a single on the right side, number 20, Skylar Franklin. Thomas Maloney pitches it to number 2, Lakai Kembo, who goes on the outside to run. Gets a great amount of yardage from the McBain Ramblers, giving it a first down for the Ramblers. Ramblers coming down here in the Crusaders end zone. After the Crusaders came down and pounded on their door for a touchdown, the Ramblers are now doing the same. Quarterback under center, number 7, Thomas Maloney. Pitches at number 33, Landon Kurt, who's looking to dodge some defenders, but unfortunately does not work and gets wrapped up by a group of Crusaders. And it'll now be 2nd and goal for the Ramblers. Ramblers looking to keep a knocking on the door as the Crusaders appear to not to be answering it for the Ramblers and to deny them from entering in. Number 7, Thomas Maloney under center again. Looking to pass. Pass is intercepted.
The jump pass is intercepted at the goal line by Isaiah
As Thomas Maloney looking for number 34, Joshua Rodenbaugh.
First down and 10.
Pass comes to an interception, giving the Crusaders the ball back on their own 5-yard line. In the third quarter, score remains 16-8 with the Crusaders with 16. The Crusaders come up to the ball. Quarterback under center. It's a handoff to the outside.
Bramer on the pitch out. Gain of about 2.
As number 60, Grayson Guernsey, was there to bring him down. As there appears to be a Fake handoff coming to the right side. The actual ball was appeared on the left side as Portinga carried it for the Crusaders, but gets met by a convoy of Ramblers. It is now 3rd and 1 for the Crusaders as the McBain defense desperately fighting to get the ball back as they try and punch it right up the gut.
Williams on the keeper.
Will appeared just short of a first down, making it 4th and inches for the Crusaders, as the McBain Ramblers still fighting to end it. That will be the end of the third quarter, with Hudsonville Crusaders leading at 16-8.
Give you an out-of-town baseball score update. Game that started yesterday, completed this afternoon. It was the Detroit Tigers 8, Kansas City Royals nothing. Miguel Cabrera with his 511th career home run.
And we'll be with you after the short quarter break.
The game that's
After figuring out some mic trouble here at the Ramblers Review, we are back.
pass complete by Nickel. Finds Hudson Jerks for about 12 yards.
After a huge tackle by Max Ealing, Crusaders come back with the pass, now making it 3rd and 5. Quarterback looks to pass, but pass is incomplete as number 44 Max Ealing there to break it up. Still, it will now be 4th and 5 for the Crusaders as the McBain defense standing strong here to try and get the ball back. And it appears they are punting, and it is punted back to number 23, who slips.
Punt is away by Bramer. Received and
Bramer punts it
to
off
40.
and gets caught by number 23, Jacob Hart.
Ramblers will take over
But
first
with
and
the wet field here, he slips, and the Ramblers will now take over at their own 40-yard line. Very unfortunate to see that for Jacob Hart there, looking to try and make a good run there, but as the grass immediately tries to wrap around his shoe and says, "Nuh-uh, you're not going nowhere." Now the Ramblers take over, as there's twins on the right side. Handed off to Trenton Brunick, running to the left side, but gets just tackled behind the line of scrimmage. But did manage to get a couple inches by Trenton Brunick. McBain Ramblers will now take over here with 2nd and 9. As Skylar Franklin comes out to the right side here as a single. Quarterback under center. And it is another handoff to Trenton Brunick, who tries and get some yardages for the Rambler. It will now be 3rd and 6 for the Ramblers. Ramblers trying to punch it up here a little bit, trying to get their first down again before they make to another 4th down as they come out to the huddle. There will be a single on the left side of the field as Lakai Campbell under center again. Hands off number 44, Max Ealing. Fights for a first down. Looking like he's gonna get it. Max Ealing on the outside run, making it for a first down. And good job to the McBain Rambler lineman there, giving Max Ealing the running room he needed to be able to get the first down. Linemen play a key role in this game tonight as we keep getting big runs, as the JV linemen are completing their assignments on their blocking. Lakai under center. Takes it himself on the outside, running for a first down and more, but eventually gets brought down at about the 30-yard line. With the 15-yard carry by Lakai Campbell, brings the Ramblers just running up to the house of the Crusaders as the McBain Ramblers come out of the huddle with a single on the right side. Lakai Campbell under center. There will be another handoff to number 4, Trenton Brunick, who makes about 4 yards on the carry. About 4 to 5 yards on the carry. It will now be 2nd and 6 for the Ramblers. QB under center, single on left side. Handoff to number 44, Max Ealing. Punches it right up the gut for a Rambler first down.
Ealing there, good enough for a first down. Again, Portiga on the tackle.
Hezekiah Campbell goes out for orders from Coach Rodenbaugh. With a single on the right side. Lakai Campbell goes under the center again. Ball is handed off to number 33, Landon Kurt, who gets some running room. Making a great gain for the Ramblers, making it 2nd and 1.
Tackle made by Bryler Bosma. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Fantastic job by Landon Kurt, who makes the strong run for the McBain Ramblers. There will be a single on the left side. Lakai Campbell under center once again. Fumble on the play, but is immediately picked up by the quarterback, who scrambles to the right side of the field, making a gain.
Campbell on the play.
But there appears to be a flag down on the field.
On the play.
There is holding on the Ramblers as they were trying to protect Lakai Campbell from getting tackled. It brings the Ramblers back, making it 2nd and 11. Lakai Campbell going to the outside.
Pass intended for Max Ealing.
Looking for number 44, Max Ealing, but the pass falls incomplete, bringing it 3rd and 11 for the Ramblers. Single on the right side. The guy under center. As a pitch to number 33, Landon Kurt. Unfortunately, looking for a way to run as the Crusaders block all possible routes and eventually wrap around him like a blanket and bring him down for the 4th and 11. And it will now be a timeout for the McBain Ramblers. And here at timeout and the 4th quarter,
That's their first second half timeout.
It is snack time here for Rambler View, brought to you by Little Town Jerky, supplying us with fantastic jerky, as me and my buddies will eat it here now. You can find this jerky in Uptown Reed City and downtown Falmouth at the Evil's General Store, and we, Rambler View, totally recommend it. We will see you after the timeout. And here at 4th and 11, the crowd getting amped up here as the Ramblers. Lakai Campbell drops back for a pass. Throw is deep into the end zone. Is intercepted, but there is a flag down on the field.
Pass to the end zone is intercepted. Flag on the play.
Appeared to be against McBain with the flag.
Penalty will be declined.
And penalty will be declined by the Crusaders with the interception, as the Crusaders will take over at their very own 1-yard line. As the McBain Ramblers defense coming out onto the field, looking for a possible safety here to try and turn this last part of the 3 minutes of the 4th quarter game around. Crusaders come out of their huddle up to the ball. Appears to be a run. Only a
The right side.
couple yards on the play for the Crusaders, getting them out of the possible trouble there from the Ramblers.
For about 2 or 3.
It'll now be 2nd and 8 for the Crusaders at their own home territory. Appears to be a timeout taken by the Crusaders,
Their first of the half.
with also their first time out of the half. It is now 3 minutes here and 9 seconds. And just as we said before in the last timeout, we're going to keep chowing down on our little town jerky here at the Rambler Review. We will come back to you after the break. And we are back after a short timeout break. His score is still 16-8 as the Crusaders have their own ball at about the 5-yard line. As they run it up the side here with a big run. As number 33, Landon Kurt, and number 1 of the McBain Ramblers catch him. Bring him down at about the 35-yard line of McBain territory. Very unfortunate there for the McBain Ramblers as the Crusaders get a large run on the outside, getting them out of their own territory, relieving them from trouble. With the recent run, the Crusaders now have some breathing room against the McBain Ramblers as the McBain Rambler line talking to each other, trying to get their spirits back up and get ready for the next play. It is now 1st and 10 for the Crusaders, with quarterback appearing to be under center again. As it is run up the gut. And gets a first down for the Crusaders as number 1, Benjamin Thompson there for the tackle. As the Crusaders will now set up shop at the 25-yard line of McBain. As number 20 for McBain comes out of the game, number 9 checks in. And number 9 is Caden. Trying to run up the right side here. Gets a couple yards on the play, but is quickly brought down. Brought down by Landon Kurt and Trenton Brunick. Crusaders come up to the ball with quarterback under center once again. Is going to be a handoff on the outside, but is quickly tripped up by number 4 Trenton Brunick, who grabs his leg on the last second to trip him up. It will now be 3rd and 8 for the Crusaders. McBain standing strong here like a wall, trying to deny access for the Crusaders trying to make it into their home. QB under center. And with the end of the game, it is now 16-8. Hudsonville Crusaders here won the game tonight. McBain Ramblers put up a tough fight here against the Hudsonville Crusaders. Unfortunately, we did not come home with the win. But what a great game with great runs. As Rambler Review here, hopes you have a great night. Thank you for tuning in.